Hello everyone, welcome to my Java tutorial. And in this tutorial, I'm going to teach you static members. Now, when I say static members, it means static variables and static methods. Okay, now what are static members? Static members are the members which belong only to the class and they are not part of the object. Okay, so when an object is created in memory, the static members will not be a part of it, right? So the static members are stored at a separate location or at a separate place and they are shared by all the objects. Now I'll just explain it with an example. I've created a class C1 and inside I have a static integer variable count and I've initialized it with 0. Then I've created a constructor of this class and inside the constructor I'm just incrementing the value of count. Now what I want to check is if this variable, if a static variable is actually shared by all the objects, then every time I create an object of C1, this value of count should get incremented because every time I create an object of C1, this constructor will be invoked. And inside that I have incremented the value of count, right? So let's check it. So C1 obj1 is equal to new C1 and I'll create two more objects. Okay. Yes. Now I want to print the value of count. So how to do that? So again, an important point regarding static members. The point is we can access any static member directly by the class name. Okay, so we don't have to create any object for it. We can access them directly by the class name like this. Okay, so I just said C1 dot count. So this will print the value of count and I'll just add some string to it to make it look good. Now, okay, as I said, I wanted to test if this variable count is actually shared by all the objects. Now, if it is not shared, then for every new object, this will be incremented or it will be initialized to 0 and it will be incremented by 1. So every time the value should be 1 only. Okay, but in this case, let's check what we get. And as you can see, the value which we got is 3. So this proves that this variable count is shared by all these objects, right? Yes, so that point is proved. Now one more point regarding static members is static can only deal with static. Okay, for example, if I create a method over here, let's say m1, and if I try to invoke this method in this main method, then it won't be allowed because the main method is static and I'm trying to invoke a non-static method inside a static method. So it is not allowed. As you can see, we got an error over here. Cannot make a static reference to the non-static method m1 from the type static members, right? So it means that we can't call non-static members from a static method. Okay, so for making this work, I'll have to make this static. And now this will be a valid call, right? So guys, that's it for now. Thank you for watching and see you in my next tutorial.